Hello friends, welcome you all. In the last lecture, we were discussing and studied about the credit facilities provided by the NBFCs. Today, we are going to study the credit appraisal techniques applied in the NBFCs. So, there are two parts. In the first part, we are going to discuss the basics of credit appraisal techniques applied in NBFCs, and in the second part, we are going to discuss the 5 C's or 5 factors which are considered to credit appraisal techniques. So let us discuss what is credit appraisal technique first. So what is credit appraisal first? So credit appraisal is a process of appraising the credit worthiness of an applicant for a loan. So it is just the appraising or assessing the credit worthiness of the applicant for a loan to judge the credibility of the borrowers, his sources of income, age experience, number of dependents, repayment capacity, past and existing loans, nature of employment, and other asset are taken into account. So every bank or a lending institution has its own internal norms and procedures for underwriting the loan and scrutinizing the applicant's details and credentials. So credit appraisal is nothing but to judge the credit of the borrowers, or it is just the judging the credibility or capacity to repay the loan on considering the various factors such as the sources of income, age, experience, then repayment capacity, nature of employment, etc. So it is just the checking the ability of the borrowers, he or she will repay the loan or not. Whenever you discuss personal loans or read about the loans in general, you may have come across the term credit appraisal. So credit appraisal basically refers to assessing a particular loan application or proposal in a thorough manner in order to judge the repayment ability of the loan applicant. So in a nutshell, we can say that the credit appraisal is just the capacity of the repayment of loan of the borrowers. A lender conducts a credit appraisal chiefly to make certain that the bank gets back the money that it lends to its customers. So a lender conducts credit appraisal on the basis of various factors and assess all the factors and then decides that the makes certain that the bank gets back the money or not. So here we are applying it to the NBFC. So NBFC makes certain that the customer or borrower will repay the money or not. So whether one applies individually or as a corporate entity, a lender always conduct a detailed and systematic credit appraisal process. So the it is not depend on the who is borrowing, but a lender for everyone, individually or corporate entity or businessman, for all the lender check first the systematic credit appraisal on the basis of various factors. The credit appraisal process before giving a loan to entities is comprehensive in nature, as it appraise or evaluate management, market, technical and financial elements. So all the factors considered depend on the what type of business they do, or what type of the what is the purpose to take the loan. So all the factors they check and systematic credit appraisal process is done, and then only you get the loan, or the businessman get the loan. No lender approves and sanctions anybody a personal loans application instantly without an evaluation. So overall evaluation is done there. It is absolutely important for a lender to carry out a credit appraisal process in order to ensure that the borrower has the capacity to repay the entire loan amount on time without missing any payment deadlines. So it is very much important to carry out for banks or to the NBFCs to carry out the credit appraisal process. So to judge the capacity to repay the amount which is borrowed by the borrowers. So this is a very crucial for a bank or NBFC, as this determines the interest income and the capital of the bank or NBFC or any financial institution who is lending. The repayment behavior of a borrower directly affects the performance of the bank. So the main source of the bank or financial institution or NBFC is the repayment, how the loans or lended money is getting back. So the behavior directly affect the financial performance of that institution. So if there is a NPA, that is non-performing asset, means loan default is there, then it affects the balance sheet of the financial institution, bank or NBFCs. Both banks and non-banking financial corporations utilize credit appraisal process before approving a personal loan application or any other loan application. So each lender will have its own technique for performing credit appraisal process. So it is depend on the internal code and conduct and the treasury management techniques and the overall norms of that particular financial institutions. So they have their own technique of credit appraisal. It is a similar to the general credit appraisal system, but they have their own rules. So a lender will have certain norms, rules and standards to assess the creditworthiness of a particular loan applicant. If a borrower has a high creditworthiness, there is a high probability that his or her loan application will be accepted by bank or NBFCs. So high creditworthiness shows that the repayment capacity of the borrower is high. So the financial institution gets the certainty that our money will be get back with the interest or with the principal amount and interest rate. So a credit appraisal is done to avoid the risk of default of loans. So to avoid the default of loans or to lose the money lended to the borrower, it is very important to do a credit appraisal process before approving the loans. So the next question is how does a lender assess the credit worthiness of an individual borrower? So how it assess the credit worthiness of individual borrower? In the context of loan and credit worthiness broadly refer to the financial character of a particular individual. So financial character includes so many factors to assess the credit worthiness of the borrower. When a person applies for a loan, the lender will check this financial character to get an idea of how the applicant treat his or her debts. So how serious, how treats applicant treats the debt or borrowed money from the financial institution is checked by the financial character of that particular client. The lender will check the borrower's credit history, all the credit history, what he has done about the money of the financial institutions or the loans previously taken from such institutions. So all the credit history checked by the NBFCs to done the credit appraisal about, or it calculate the credit score, and depending on that it will decide, the financial institution or NBFC will decide to approve the loan or not to a particular client. So this will comprise checking his or her repayment behavior, time taken to pay different. So the all the behavior of the client in the past history or in the other loans which are approved in the previous time period, all will be taken into the consideration. So they check the repayment behavior, time to pay different EMIs or EMI installments, then how a borrower has treated his or her different debt obligation, etc. So they check all the financial character of the client. The important factor which is considered in the loan approval or credit approval system or credit appraisal system, which is credit score. So what is credit score and what is the role of that credit score in the credit appraisal system, we are going to discuss. So in order to compute the credit worthiness of a borrower, a credit analysis need to be performed. So apart from checking the credit history of a borrower, a lender will also evaluate his or her credit score. So considering all the factors, with that credit score is calculated on the basis of some factors, and it is applied in the credit appraisal system. So credit score refers to a particular score that is given to a borrower depending on his or her credit history. So it is depend on the credit history, how the client treated his past loans and what was the his financial behavior before the approval of the loan or money to the newly approved the loans. So what is the past history? It is checked and the credit score is calculated on the basis of that. This score is provided by credit bureaus who will evaluate one's full repayment behavior and give them a score. So it is better to pay the EMIs on the time and the follow all the rules and regulations of bank and financial institution to maintain a good rapport with financial institutions or to maintain a good credit score. If your score if you do the wrong behavior, or you will take the time to pay installments, or you do not take the seriously about the repayment of loan or financial institution, then in the future you will find it difficult to get the new loans because your credit score become down. So it will be based on the credit reports created by credit bureaus. Hence, if one is interested in applying for a personal loan, a car loan, or any other loan, he or she should make sure that their credit score is good. So if you become an administrator or employees in the bank or financial institution, then you must check as a representative of bank that the client has a good credit score or not. So in India, the credit score of any loan applicant should ideally be 750 and above. So credit score, you must have 750 and above. Below that, it will become a difficult that you will get a new loans from NBFCs or banks. So in India, CIBIL is the leading credit bureau that takes care of observing your credit behavior and preparing a credit report with details of your credit score. So in India, it is called CIBIL score also, because CIBIL is the leading credit bureau that analyzes all the credit behavior and prepare the credit report about the client, and it calculates your credit score, and it is a central credit bureau that everyone can access. The every financial institution and bank can access that CIBIL score, and on the basis of that you will get the loan. Your loan will be approved or not. So it should be, CIBIL is the leading credit bureau that check all the credit behavior and prepare the credit score. So you can check your CIBIL report to get an idea of your credit history, and it is accessible to the all clients and banks and financial institutions also. Uh, in case your credit score is high, you can be positive that your loan application will be approved, provided you meet other eligibility criteria set by your lender also. So if there is a high credit score, then it is the possibility that your it is the most possibility that you will get the loan, new loans, or your loan will be approved by the financial institution. If your credit score is low, you can take specific measures in order to increase it. You have to check what goes wrong in the past history and why your credit score is low. You can increase that. You can take the specific measures to increase the credit score. When you incorporate a good measure to enhance your credit score, you widen your scope to get your loan approved by the bank, or you widen your scope to get your loan approved in the future also. So you should maintain the good credit score or CIBIL score in order to get approved your loans, or you get the loan in the future. So you will have to be extremely financially disciplined to increase your credit score. So the term financially disciplined is very important, because if you maintain a financial discipline, then only you can increase your credit score. So which are the factors which are assessed during a credit appraisal process? So a lender's credit appraisal process will typically check and evaluate these factors. So what are these factors? First is income. What is the client's income and income source? Who are the dependents on that particular income? Is it a regular source of income, or it is just a temporary income? All the factors around the income is checked. Then age. What is your age? Because age matters the retirement and the service in the employment. So age is the matter. Then repayment ability. If you have a good source of income, but already you have so much debt or loans you have to pay, then repayment ability checked. Then work experience decides your future income source, and your maturity, your all things which are your post, and your all the future things which are going to happen decides work experience. Present and former loans, existing loan and the current loans, and past loans also. Nature of employment, is it a permanent, it is government employee, private, or all other the factors, temporary employment, all nature of employment is checked. Other monthly expenses, then future liabilities, previous loan record history, tax history depicts your previous income source and how much loyal you are um, uh, with your government, or with yourself. So tax history depicts your the past income source and past income, um, or your capacity to repay the loan. Financing pattern, then asset owned, other assets also matter. So all these factors are checked during the credit appraisal process. How does a lender evaluate the eligibility of a borrower through credit appraisal? So a lender typically compares your loan amount, income, EMIs, then repayment capacity, and your overall expenses in order to determine if you are eligible or not to get a personal loan or any other loans. So generally, bank and NBFC take a look at certain ratios in order to check your loan eligibility. These are some ratios we are going to discuss. What are these ratios to check the or evaluate the eligibility of a borrower? So first ratio is fixed obligation to income ratio. So generally it is called FOIR. So this ratio refers to how one deals with his or her debts and how often they repay their debts. So it is the ratio uh, between the fixed debt and how often they repay their debts. So it refers to the ratio of loan obligation and other expenses to the income that they earn on a monthly basis. So bank will assess if a certain portion of your income is sufficient to manage your EMIs for the loan that you have applied for, and for your other liabilities. So if the ratio is higher than the benchmark fixed by the lender, then the lender may not accept the application. So fixed obligation to income ratio is very important. If the ratio is higher than the benchmark decided by the financial institution, bank, or NBFCs, then your loan application may not be accepted by the lender. Next is installment to income ratio. This ratio considers the equated monthly installment, that is EMIs, of your loan to income than you earn. So it will indicate the amount you will be required to take from your income to pay your personal loan, that is EMI. So EMIs uh, of your loan to income, that is installment to income ratio. It indicates the amount you will be required to take from your income monthly. Next is loan to cost ratio. This ratio indicates the maximum amount that a particular borrower is eligible to take. So this will depend on the cost of the car, if you are taking a car loan, and on the cost of the house if you are taking a home loan. For a personal loan, it will depend on your personal requirement. So usually the ratio will range from the 70 to 90% of the cost of the car or house. So it shows the loan to cost ratio. It indicate the maximum amount that a particular borrower is eligible to take. So finding out the loan eligibility of a loan applicant will assist a lender in fixing the loan amount that need to be offered to the applicants. So these are the factors which are checked by the lenders or evaluate the eligibility of the borrower through credit appraisal. So these are ratios are very important. So friends, I hope you understood something at least. If you do not understand anything, then please let me know. You can write me, call me, or you can text me. Thank you for watching and listening. Write your name in the comment box. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.